wasting time.
Alright, dude, we're recording. Come on. Let's do this.
Alright, so what we need to review real quick is the first thing is the idea of steps or intervals. Intervals are the spaces between notes or tones. To have an interval, you have to have two notes. Alright? We're going to start in C because C is the easiest key in Western music to work with. There's no sharps or flats. So an interval, again, is the space between two tones or notes. So for example, here we have a C, this is a D. Now we define intervals with the number of steps that make the interval. On the guitar, when you move one fret up or one fret down, so from C, this would be C sharp, from C, this would be B, these are one frets, we call that one step. And that's called a half step. So moving one fret on the guitar is a half step, while moving two frets is a whole step, okay? Again, one fret is a half step, two frets is a whole step. So in Western music, everything is based off of the major scale. The major scale is a series of steps or intervals played in a specific pattern, all right? That pattern is the same regardless of what note you start on. So, for example, the key of C major has the same steps or interval pattern as the key of E major, all right? The notes are different, but the steps, the spaces between the notes are the same. So that pattern is, if we start on one, because we number the tones, all right? We're gonna go a whole step, which means two frets, all right? So the whole step, again, is the movement like that. So we go from 1 to 2, which is a whole step. It goes whole step, half step, that's the half, the one fret. So again, 1, 2, 3, 4, we go whole step, half step, whole step, half step. Okay, that last note there is the octave, which is the same as the one or the root. Octave meaning octo, 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, the octave.
Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la,
do, re, mi,
do.
yeah, do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do.
Basically, everything's built on.
Yeah, everything's built on the major scale. So again, we call one is also known as the root note or the key. So in C, we start on C, it goes C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. C again, here's the 1, here's the 8. They're the same note. The frequency has been multiplied by itself. So again, we have C, whole step to the 2 or D, whole step to the 3 or E, half step to the 4 or F, 3 to 4 is a half step, 4 to 5, a whole step, which is F to G. Then 5 to 6, whole step, this is the A. 6 to 7, whole step, this is the B. And then a half step to the 8, which is the C or the octave. So again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Or whole step, half step, whole step, half step. That's the major scale. It's very important to remember the pattern. It doesn't matter what the starting note is. For example, this is the C major scale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Or backwards. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right? If we move it up 2 frets and start on D, this is now a D. We play the same pattern, it becomes the D major scale. So we go 1, whole step, half step, whole step, half step. It's the D major scale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm playing it on one string, so it's easier to see the steps. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Again, the steps 3 to 4 and 7 to 8 are half steps. Everything else is a whole step. Again, a whole step is 2 frets on the guitar, and a half step is 1 fret on the guitar. So again, in C, there are no sharps and flats, so it's easy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C, C, F, E, B, C. All right. So that's probably a good place to stop for that part of this.